Hi, I'm Mike Gozzard. This is the Miami Boat Show, and I'd like to take you on a tour of our Gozzard 41. Gozzard Yachts is a Canadian-owned company. We've been building boats for about 30 years. Ted Gozzard designs these boats, and I'd like to take you on a tour. So here in the galley we have a fridge and freezer. This shelving can be set up any way that the clients like. In fact, we encourage the clients to be involved in the actual how they're going to have their foods and how they're going to keep their foods. Some people like to have them in containers. Forced hand stove. The clients can choose what they're doing with microwaves. They can move them from location to location. They're allowed to decide whether they want drawers, banks of drawers. These folks had some unique ideas. They have all their drawers with special compartments in them, so they can do a number of different things with the drawers without stuff moving around. They also deleted the top drawer in favor of a bin, which is kind of a neat idea, which we'll probably keep on future models. One of the unique features of the Gozzard 41C is the forward cabin. Typically you'd have a V berth, but in this case we actually have opened it up and made it into the living room of the boat. It all converts into a berth, and I'll demonstrate that now. As you can see, when the cabin's configured in its living room configuration, we actually have a coffee table in the low position, but this also converts into a large dining table. And now you're good for dinner for 7. And we also put a wine locker behind the seat back. So when it's time, if you have guests and you want to make this cabin private, we have designed the boat so these panels will close, and I'll demonstrate that now as well. This is a custom-made 900 amp hour lead-acid battery bank we have for the Gozzard 41. These cells, they're 2-volt cells, they're 120 pounds each. It's not a maintenance-free battery, but it's certainly a battery that's going to get you out 10 or 15 years. This is the nav station, the control central for the entire boat. The client does an awful lot of business on board the boat, so this boat's configured with full internet access. On every liveaboard boat, the head is very, very important. On this particular boat, we have a fully enclosed shower stall, and ample room, just like as if you were at home. This is the aft stateroom. When you do have guests or you want to make it private, you can close it off by closing the bulkhead here and the sliding door behind me. Engine access, well, access is important in any case, but in obviously the engine and some of the vital components regarding the engine and drive line are very important to have proper access. We provide that. Some of the features as you're looking in there, you see the backup standby voltage regulator. All you have to do is move it from one unit to the other. It's as simple as moving a plug. Any good cruising boat needs to have decent access on board for groceries, even dogs. So we've equipped our boat with a davit and an opening transom. You see, it'd be very easy to get someone overboard, swimmers, somebody who fell overboard, back on board fairly easily. This all closes back up. You're going to spend a lot of time in the cockpit when you're cruising, so we try to make the cockpit as comfortable as possible. All the all the electronics are all located in one custom-made pod, which also has a cockpit table feature as well, built right into it. All the sailing controls are led aft. You see we have a partially fixed windshield. The canvas can be up when you're sailing for a sunscreen, or we can lower it down into a heavy weather Dodger configuration. On deck it's also laid out for serious extended range cruising. You can see that it's a cutter rig boat. The boat is set up for short-handed sailing, even single-handed sailing, and we achieve this by using a self-tending staysail. It means that you can tack the boat without having to tend the mainsail or the staysail, and we do this using this curved staysail track. Anchoring is very important for the cruisers, and we've achieved this with a bow platform. It keeps the anchors and the mud and everything else off the deck of the boat. You have a large sail locker and anchor change storage accessible through these hatches. Of course, at the end of the day, you have to put the boat away, and what a better, more beautiful way to do that than with the teak companionway doors. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of the Gozzard 41. If you'd like some more information, you can find it at our website, www.gozzard.com.